Welcome to the Prep Rally Show, brought to you by the Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. The fourth week of the high school football season, we saw a somewhat limited schedule with a lot of teams taking this last week off as their open week before they go into conference play. But the games that were played did not lack for action on Friday night. Our West Termite Pest Control Game of the Week took us to Greenwood, where the undefeated Bulldogs took on Choctaw, Oklahoma. If it seems like we mention Choctaw every week, it's because we do. Choctaw has played three Northwest Arkansas area teams in their non-conference schedule. They played Springdale to open the season. They took on Van Buren at home in week 2, and then last week they went down to Greenwood. So we have talked about Choctaw a lot. So last Friday, Greenwood claimed a 23-12 win in a game that was marred by 33 penalties. The Bulldogs were able to overcome those, had a number of key injuries in the game too for Greenwood. Here's Greenwood coach Chris Young after the game Friday night.
It was kind of an interesting ball game, but we talked about Choctaw going in. They've got some playmakers. They've got some talented athletes, and they made you work for this win.
Yeah, they're a good football team. Really good up front on defensively. They got after us. We struggled to run the ball. They were able to stop the run with 4 or 5 guys, and they gave them the ability to put a lot of guys out on the edge and cover our receivers. And especially in the first half, we struggled. I thought we never got into a rhythm of making first downs. We're pretty good when we make first downs, and we're not very good when we don't. But in the second half, got a little bit better and moved the ball, had a little success, hit them on some shots, found some things that worked, and had some kids make plays.
It looked like you guys had some injuries tonight. How difficult was that to kind of overcome some of those?
It was really tough. Obviously, Hunter started the game at quarterback and made some really good plays. I'm very proud of him in his first start as a sophomore in an environment like that. But then, a few times he had to come out late, and then Joe Trussey comes in there first play and throws a big deep ball. So those guys have big arms, just new to our offense, and they're going to be good football players for us, but really proud of them. Then, of course, Hunter gets knocked out, and sounds like he's going to be all right, but I thought Ty Moose came in and did a good job picking up some slack for him, just like he did in the Southside game. Defensively, Jaden Jasna, obviously losing him was a big loss, but I thought Sebastian Crum came in and played well for him. I think the big thing was our defense played so well early, and but they were on the field too long, and we weren't making first downs offensively, and it put them in a bad situation second half. I thought they got tired, and that's when they gave up some points.
Bentonville's also in action Friday night with another long road trip. Now, the Tigers traveled up to Kansas to take on Mill Valley. Mill Valley was a defending state champion up in Kansas. Now, this game was scheduled after Bentonville's season opener with another school was canceled. The Tigers defended Arkansas for the second straight week, returning home with a 35-28 win. Now, one of the highlights of this win was a blocked punt by the Bash brothers. Keegan Steinspring and Cole Joyce, they teamed up for this big punt block in the game. Also Friday night, Fort Smith Northside traveled down to Moore, Oklahoma. Originally, the Grizzlies were supposed to have taken on Springdale Harbor Friday night, but a COVID-19 issue within the Northside program kind of forced some scrambling around with the schedule. Unfortunately, Northside was able to find an opponent, and they went down to Moore and got a 28-21 win on the road to move to 2-0, heading into this week's 7A Central Conference opener at Bryant. Alma made the drive up to Rogers last week in search of its first win under new coach Rusty Bush. The Airedales had to work a little extra to get it, but they claimed a 17-14 win. Dane Martin hit a field goal in overtime to give Alma its first win of the season. Logan Chronister was huge for Alma in this win. He rushed for 120 yards. He had an 11-yard touchdown run and a 2-point conversion in the fourth quarter that tied the game and sent it into overtime. Our Kasius Williamson caught up with Logan in this week's River Valley Report.
Hello, everybody. This is Kasius Williamson of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. Today, I got my man Logan Chronister for the weekly River Valley Report. On Friday night, he had 20 carries, 121 yards, the game-tying touchdown, and the game-tying 2-point conversions. And they beat Rogers Heritage on Friday. And we're in Alma, Arkansas right now. And I'm about to ask him a few questions. Logan, you carried the ball 20 times on Friday night. You had 6 yards to carry. Talk to me about some things you saw on the field to be able to average 6 yards to carry.
Well, I noticed our energy was picking up as the game got closer and closer. And I think we did a pretty good job executing and running the ball was really our strength, and I think we all seen it coming, and I think we were ready.
Like I said earlier, you had the game-tying touchdown and the game-tying two-point conversion. For a senior like you, what does that feel like, and how special was that moment for you?
Well, first, I got to give it to my teammates, man. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have done that. Like, they blocked their tails off all night, receivers, everybody. And it feels pretty great. But as a team, like I said, they blocked their tails off, and I got to owe it to them.
Last but not least, you the game went into overtime. Talk to me about the team's mentality going into overtime.
Like I said, it's an Airedale thing. We never quit. It doesn't matter if we're down 1,000,000 to 0. We will not quit. Not until that clock says 0. So that's been our mentality the whole summer, first 2 games. So, I mean, we just never quit. And that's how we continue to process the game and come up with the win.
Well, you heard it here first. This is my man Logan Chronister. I'll see you again next week for next week's River Valley Report. I'm Kasius Williamson, and I'm out.
Thanks, Kasius. So moving forward into this week, our West Termite Pest Control Game of the Week is going to take us to Fayetteville, where the Bulldogs will open up 7A West Conference play by hosting Bentonville West. So be sure and catch Rick Fires and I Friday as we bring you the Prep Rally Live on tape edition at 4 o'clock as we will preview this game and other games across the region. You can catch that at NWAOnline.com. Now, if you want to get the most in pregame information for prep football, you need to check out Prep Rally Preview section on Fridays, where we profile players from across the region. We'll preview that night's games and provide the Hooten rankings and predictions. You can see our Prep Rally Preview section in digital edition. It'll be digital as well for all the subscribers. You can catch that through the Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette's digital edition. Also, as a digital subscriber, you'll also get a lot more coverage than just the normal game coverage, like our photo pages that we do after the game by our award-winning photographers. You can purchase these photos as well as other photos at NWAOnline.com. Also, join us each week for our Prep Rally podcast as we talk about prep sports with guest coaches and other media members from across the state and the region. The Prep Rally podcast can be heard on SoundCloud, Apple, Google Play, Spotify, and Stitcher on Wednesday afternoons. That's it for this week's Prep Rally video show. And a reminder, please wear your mask and follow social distancing guidelines. Do it for the kids. Do it for the coaches. Just do it. Thanks for watching.